Welcome to Mad Libs #1, Call of the Wilds. All right, so here's what you're going to do. I'm going to read the paragraph that has the text in it, right? And then you'll see the blanks, and the blanks is then what you create. So, My Dog's Call of the Wild, Part 1, page 3 and 4. Buck did not read the newspapers, or he would have known that trouble was brewing, not alone for himself, but for every tidewater dog, strong of muscle, and with warm, long hair from Puget Sound to San Diego. Then you see the blank. Blank did not read the blank, or he would have known that trouble was brewing, not alone for himself, but for blankety blank blank, from Puget Sound to blank. All right, and so what I did is then I wrote an example of what you're going to do. So you're going to be creative and create your own story. You're going to change the words. You're going to use Jack London's words as a frame, as a background, and then change it. So look what I did. Here I go. There you go. So I'm changing the dog's name to Skittles. You'll change your dog character to whoever you want. Some of you have pets, so you can have your pet follow Buck on this adventure. So if you have a dog named Shadow, then Shadow can follow Buck. And then you'll start off, Shadow did not. So here's mine. Skittles did not read the crooked tooth, or he would have known that trouble was brewing, not alone for himself, but for every junkyard dog and for every shorty named Chihuahuas, shaggy of tail, and every little dog with a big woof, from Tortilla Flats to Taco Canyon. Okay, so that's the first example. Then we go on to the next slide. Example number 2. All right, this is the second thing that you'll have to do. Because men groping in the Arctic darkness had found a yellow metal, and because steamship and transportation companies were booming the find, thousands of men were rushing into the Northland. These men wanted dogs, and the dogs they wanted were heavy dogs with strong muscles by which to toil and furry coats to protect them from the frost. And then you see it, because men groping in the blank had found a yellow metal, and because blank, thousands of men were blank, blank. And then I filled in. You're going to be creative and fill in the blanks, okay? And here I go. Because men groping in the Mickey D's walk-in refrigerator had found the golden burger, and because French fries were walking down the street, thousands of Ronald McDonald lookalikes were rushing into Stockton. These men wanted skateboards, and the skateboards they wanted were pink with purple shark stickers on them, with strong boards by which to glide through the streets and protect them against the skaters disco dancing late into the midnight. All right, that's the second example. Let's go to the next slide. So that'll finish up the second part, and then here's the third part of what we're doing today. Buck lived at a big house in the sun-kissed Santa Clara Valley. Judge Miller's place, it was called. It stood back from the road, half hidden from the trees, through which glimpses could be caught of the wide, cool veranda that ran around its 4 sides. And then you see the blanks. Blank lived at a big house in the sun-kissed blank. Blank, it was called. It stood back blank, blank, half hidden among the trees, blank, blank, blank. All right, and so then your dog's name goes in that first part. Blank lived at a big house. And here's my final example. My dog's name is Skittles. Focus. Skittles lived at a big house in the sun-kissed San Joaquin Valley. Johnny Chicken Shack, it was called. It stood back from the corner, hidden behind the school from which glimpses could be caught of the porch and Johnny rocking in his rocking chair as he petted Skittles and looked out into the afternoon sky. So there you have it right there. There's this, it's only like 5 slides for this assignment. And there you have the dog there. Mad Libs #1, Call of the Wild. Let's hear that how woo and have some fun. All right, with the words. Yes, yes.